Well, good morning, beautiful people. And here I am. I am taking a nice little walk in Colorado Springs. And I just wanted to say good morning. And I'm really wanting to catalog my experience. I'm getting out and I'm walking around and exploring. But, for those of you who don't know, first of all, welcome to 50s and Fabulous. And I'm basically cataloging my experience of what it's been like for me, being in my 50s and then all of a sudden finding myself in a divorce that I didn't anticipate. And, the fallout from that. And so now, here I am. I moved out of state. I moved out of the home. I'm back on my own again. And I wanted to just share, some of the feelings that you may go through if you happen to be, in your midlife and something unusual has happened to you. I wanted to just kind of share my experience so that you can know that you're not alone and it's not abnormal what you may be going through. So, I went through this divorce, which is not final yet. It'll be final in April, so it's coming next month. Ooh. Oh no, I'm not walking that way. I'm gonna go the other direction. That's scary to me. Or maybe I'm gonna go up here. Okay, I know what I do. Change of plans. You should never walk on ice. So I'm doing the cheats. I'm going up the hill instead. And then I'm going to cut over because I want to go that way. And I think I can do it. One of the things that I found is that the mornings are particularly more difficult. And I'm talking like early mornings. You wake up and I'm going to cross the road over here and get off this busy street. Okay, so, sorry. One of the things that I've noticed is in the mornings, I wake up pretty early. So in the mornings tends to be, it's when everybody's asleep, it's quiet. And these tend to be the times that you kind of reminisce. You can't help but wake up and think about the way your life was. And I think that's triggered because you're getting up and you usually go into your normal routine, your ritual. And when you've had something like this happen to you, where the rug was kind of pulled out from under you and all of a sudden the life that you were going for isn't there anymore, it's normal to feel this way. Hold on, catch my breath. In Washington, the elevation is and in Colorado, the elevation is over 6,000. So it's normal to get out of breath, which is why you guys are hearing me kind of breathing a little bit heavier sometimes. But it's normal in the early hours to be contemplating what your life used to be, because I'm still on that. I'm still on that clock, where I wake up in the morning. I wake up in the morning and I would start my day the way that I would do it when I was home. And now I'm living with my sister, and it's just for a year. I could have gone out on my own, but I wake up in the morning and I would start my day the way that I would do it when I was home. Basically, in the mornings is when you are used to your rituals, the things that you were used to doing. And everything is different now. And so it's normal to feel a little bit out of place. And I could have moved into my own place and did all of that, but I chose to be with family and, just save money and that sort of thing and just kind of restart. And it's normal. One of the things that I found this morning was that I woke up and I was feeling that feeling of knowing that there's no one there that loves you anymore. there was a comfort in knowing that I would wake up in the morning and there was someone there for me. There was a partner in my life, that was, no matter what was going on, they were there for me, to just to support me and comfort me, someone just to be able to talk to about your day. And now, I have family and friends, and I have a beautiful community that has been so supportive. So thank you if you're watching. You have no idea how much your comments have really helped to heal me. And I need that right now. So I thank you so much. But it's a lot to get used to, having to get used to not having someone love you. Although, I can hear some of you, oh, I love you. I know I have a lot of love in life, but specifically talking about, not having a partner in life that loves you anymore, and that's the hard thing to have to deal with, is that that feeling that you're completely on your own again. And, seeing other people who are in relationships, and, not even less than 2 months ago, that was me. I thought we had something. And so to now be that person who's out in the world doing their own thing, but they don't have that person anymore, that support, it's a weird thing to adjust to. It hurts a little bit. But then the next thing that I noticed is that I started to get numb. I'm going uphill again. I started to get, as soon as I started to feel that feeling of sadness or pain, that little stab, that you're on your own, and the 20 years that you spent with someone is gone, and the life that you thought you were going to have, that's gone. You feel this twinge of pain and sadness, and then this realization that you're not in your home anymore. You're not totally comfortable yet, and probably will not be totally comfortable, let's face it, until I'm in my own space again, as it should be. It's not because, that has anything to do with what anybody's doing. Family has been so good to me and gracious. It's more about just being 55 years old, and being used to having your own life, in your own space, and making the noises that you make, and not having to worry about any of those things, And you have to be considerate when you live in someone else's house to what they're used to, not what you're used to, right? So it's a little bit of work. And so that's the interesting thing, is going through this and feeling those feelings. And then, the instant thing that I noticed happen this morning, which was a numb feeling came over me, where I just became numb to that feeling. And I think that that's kind of a protection, maybe God's grace helping me out to not, to not feel as bad as it feels. I spent 2 months before I moved here, dealing with the fact that my husband no longer loved me. And that was really painful. And we were living in the same space. So I feel like I had 2 months to kind of mourn that layer. But then it went into the next layer, which is now I'm in a new state. My life is completely different, upside down even, and adjusting to all these other things, So that's kind of what I woke up to today. And I just want to share this stuff with you because I know, just like I always do, I share what I'm feeling and what I'm going through, because I always know that there are people that are experiencing the same things as I am, or maybe in some different way, but they're still experiencing some pain or some hardship that somehow me sharing allows you to process yours a little bit easier. So, and I do think it's interesting to catalog, what it's like to go through a breakup and divorce. Now, I literally did a documentary style online course about relationships and divorce recovery. And if you haven't seen that, I will put the link below. But I literally did Broken Heart Diaries, which were vlogs about what I was feeling on a day-to-day basis. But I always lean on the positivity and the empowerment, like how to be empowered, how to be strategic, how to be solution oriented, not just to wallow, and to help you go through the least amount of suffering through hardships and major life events like that. So this now, my 50s and Fabulous page is now just an offshoot of that, because now life is going to happen. I'm in my midlife magic now, and I'm going to be rising and inspiring and making a lot of new moves, and I want to take you on that journey with me. So if you're interested in this kind of thing, and I don't know, I'm going to go day by day and record the feelings that I'm going through and all of it. So if you want to be part of that and you want to see what's going on in my life, just like and subscribe, but make sure that you hit that notification bell, because I don't know how often I'm going to be publishing, and I want you to be able to see it chronologically as it comes out, so it'll notify you of that. Okay, so that's it. I'm going to continue my walk, and I hope you guys have a great day. Talk to you soon.